Hey, good afternoon, Mountain House. This is Brian Harrison, Mountain House Matters, here with Khalid at the Zaytech Academy studio. And we're coming to you live. We're kind of sampling out what we will be doing this evening. We wanted to let you know that we were going to broadcast last night, had some technical difficulties, so we got that all in order, it appears. And what we are doing now is getting ready for tonight's show. So we're very pleased tonight. We're going to have Stephanie Olson come on from the Mountain House Sailfish Swim Club. She does other things, as you probably know. She's also the president of the Lambertsville Unified School District Board. But tonight we're going to talk about the sailfish. So if you've got questions about getting into the league or how things are going to work or swim lessons or anything like that for this summer, please do tune in at 7 o'clock tonight or thereabouts. We'll probably start at 7. She might start around 7:20 or so. But we look forward to that. For now, we'd like to kind of bring you an update on the election results. There was a little bit of a bump last night, and it might be all of the votes counted now. If not, it's very close. So you can see on there that we have winners. We already stated, we've got that clip we can run too, right? Andy Sue has a 63% margin on the mayoral race, and we have our top 4 candidates locked in on the city council race as well. So we'll have Matt Disco, Dan Harrison, both of whom will have a 4-year term starting off, and Bernice Tingle and Ronna Green, who will each have a 2-year term for this initial session, and then they will be up for re-election in 2026, at which time the winners there for those 2 seats will have 4-year terms, and it will continue as 4-year terms from there on. And the mayor, Andy Sue, will have 4 years as well. The district voted to continue to be an at-large voting block, so all of the candidates, as they run in future elections, will be voted on at large, meaning everybody in the town, in the new city of Mountain House, will vote for all of the candidates, and all of the candidates as a city council with the mayor and 4 city council members will then represent everybody in town. The other options were by district and from district. You've probably grown to understand some of that. If not, ask a question in our comments on the Facebook page or on the YouTube channel, if that's where you are, then we will address that more directly. Khalid, do we have that clip?
Decisive voice, the people of Mountain House. In a loud and decisive voice, the people of Mountain House spoke in favor of becoming a city via the March 5th, 2024 election, declaring approval of cityhood with more than 90% in favor. While the vote won't be certified until April 2nd with a few remaining ballots still to be counted, the trending has been consistent and the numbers now indicate clear winners. As a new city, Mountain House will be served by Mayor Andy Sue, along with city council members Matt Disco, Dan Harrison, Bernice King Tingle, and Ronna Green. Cityhood becomes official July 1st, 2024, beginning a new era for the city of Mountain House. Reporting for Mountain House Matters, Brian Harrison.
So there you have it. That was actually recorded just before the latest update. We still had some outstanding votes that the Registrar of Voters Department was counting. I'm pretty sure, I can double check still, I'll hopefully have that tonight for you, but pretty sure that all the votes are counted now, yet the election will not be certified until April 2nd. So that will give the registrar time to verify all signatures and to make sure that anybody who voted by mail or drop ballot didn't also vote in the live ballot situation. So that's kind of where we are with the voting. The election is happening. Mountain House will become a city as of July 1st, and plans are already in the works to create a massive 4th of July parade this year. There, if you haven't seen on Facebook, there's a movement to have floats designating each of the villages I don't know that they have representatives leading the way on every village yet. So if you can tune into that, if you have questions you want to put for us, we'll see if we can find out and how you would get in on that to make sure if we're going to do that, we really kind of want to be able to have every village represented. So that'll be a fun time. I'm sure it's going to be a big celebration anyway. Moving on to other news we have. This past Saturday, we were broadcasting and trying to get a live feed from the CVGCA Holy event going on at Central Park. We got a video clip that Matt Disco was out there, so he sent us a video. We had some technical difficulties with the sound, and I went over there for the tail end of the festival too. It was a blast. Got all painted up and stuff. So we have a clip we'd like to put for you.
It's Matt Disco, and I'm at the Central Valley Gujarati Community Association Holy event here at Central Park. Happy Holi, man! Happy Holi! Holi! Happy Holi! I'm getting down. So here's the party. This is the annual celebration, as you guys know. Products enjoying themselves as well. I'm getting down. Yeah, please. Yeah, hey, you go again? Yeah, he likes to play Holy. Yeah. Come on. All right. So we're out here. It's going on until 2 p.m. There's probably about 300 people out here. So hope everyone can make it. If they're planning to do something today, this is the place to be. How much are tickets at the door? How much are the tickets here?
Tickets? $8.
Well, $8. $8. So come on down to Central Park. All right. Back to you, Brian. There you go. Happy Holi.
Holi is a Hindu festival of colors, love, and spring, representing the arrival of spring and the triumph of good over evil. It is also said to be based on a story that represents the fun and flirtatiousness of the gods, but also touches on deeper themes of the passing of the seasons and the illusory nature of the material world. This weekend, there will also be another Holy event put on by the Purba organization. That runs, I think we have I'm going out of order here, but I think we have a flyer that we can put up for you to see. That will be March 24th at Central Park. And I want to say it's from 10 to 2, but it says on the flyer if we can get that up. Yeah, that's the other one. Okay.
We'll find.
Sorry, I
that
threw up a
flyer.
curve right there.
We'll find that flyer. We'll put it up. So
We did play for you the other day the opening of the Central Park playground, the reopening of the new playground structures at Central Park. Do we have that one?
Yeah. Can we play it again in case some people missed it? Because my family, when I took a look at it, they really liked it, especially the slope for the kids, little grassy slope.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The kids love that. It's just a hill, but they love that part. And I've been by there a number of times and see that there's lots of kids out there all the time. So it's being very well received.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and play that.
13th for the grand reopening of the Central Community Park. It was a beautiful sunny day Wednesday, March 13th for the grand reopening of the Central Community Park playground area here at Mountain House. General Manager of the Mountain House Community Services District, Steve Pinkerton, welcomed a gathering of community members, dignitaries, and staff to the freshly revitalized play space near the fountain.
That here in Central Park, given all the activities going on, that we needed to update our equipment, and we were lucky enough to get a significant grant from the state of California to help us leverage our local dollars, which also get set aside, because not only do we have funds for new equipment, but we of course also make sure that we set enough money for replacing our equipment as well. And so between our equipment fund and the ability to access dollars from the state of California, we have this beautiful new state-of-the-art playground here.
MHCSD Board President Matt Pisco addressed the crowd as well.
It's a great day here at Central Park because, as we know, many of our parks are in need of revitalization, and it's great to be able to see a park like this, which is fully accessible for all abilities, to finally break ground here in town. So this is kind of the flagship of what's to come for other parks in the future, so that everyone can play together with their friends regardless of their abilities. So thank you to the fellow board members and for staff for preparing such a great vendor and facility, and thank you all for coming out. Thank you.
The district was recognized and congratulated by County Supervisor Robert Rickman, as well as representative from Congressman Josh Harder's office, Fatima Ureno.
On behalf of Congressman Josh Harder, I would like to present you this certificate of recognition. Congratulations.
And now you have a state-of-the-art facility where our kids can sit there and have a good time also. So congratulations on the job well done. Yeah, I'm just more and more impressed as, you know, time goes by and what this community does and what this board also does. So on behalf of the Board of Supervisors and San Joaquin County, it's my honor to present the certificate of recognition to Mountain House Community Service District in recognition of your Central Community Park Playground reopening celebration. Your continued investment in and efforts to provide recreational opportunities are important contributions to the overall health and wellness to the Mountain House community. Congratulations on the day of celebration.
Face painting and balloon animals, along with complimentary ice cream and popcorn, made for a splendid ribbon-cutting event. For Mountain House Matters, this is Brian Harrison reporting.
So there you have it, a good time for all. It was great to have the CSD board members that could make it, and the staff that came out. There was a lot of staff people that came out because I guess they had a training session that day, so they were able to come out and enjoy the park. In addition to the playground by the fountain, that whole big area, the area near the bowl and the picnic area back by the basketball court also had some revitalization. They put new ground cover, that AstroTurf ground cover, under the main structure by the picnic area, and the one most adjacent to the basketball court got a whole new kind of a workout area that replaces that equipment that kept breaking. So it should be really well used and good stuff for years to come. So that's a great thing. Do we have that Porba flyer? Did you find that one? You did not find it? How about the Toastmaster? I don't even have that together for you.
Yeah, if you could send me that flyer, I can send, but I'll look for it, see if we can have it. On the topic of the Central Park grand opening, now that we have a celebration of, spring in the air now, is the water park opened up? Do you know if that's...
That's an excellent question. And by the way, happy spring.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you.
Today is the spring equinox, I think, right? I believe the schedule for the fountain to open, if I'm not mistaken, is April 1st for limited hours. And then as we get closer, I think to June or when the kids get out of school, then they open it up for longer hours and the weather gets warmer. So we'll verify that, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Got it. Let me see what I have here. And while we're on the topic of spring, can we go ahead and play the clip of the garage sales that's coming up?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
In the 16th annual. Register now to participate in the 16th annual Mountain House Community-Wide Garage Sales Weekend, April 20th and 21st, 2024. Join your entire community with a garage sale you can hold at your own home. Mountain House Matters will produce a map and a list that will be provided to garage sailors to use in perusing the town for their favorite wanted treasures. Each registered sale will be included on a map broken out by village, including a brief list of your primary items for sale. The event will occur Saturday, April 20th and Sunday, April 21st from 7 a.m. till noon, both days. Those who wish to stay open longer may do so. Each garage sale host is encouraged to prepare ahead of time and be ready to open your doors by 7 a.m., as most garage sale enthusiasts are proverbial early birds. Details may be found on the registration form. Click the QR code or go to mhmatters.net for more. We also have a registration form pinned at the top of the Mountain House Matters Facebook page. It's free to participate and fun for the whole family. Register now.
That sounds fun, Brian, but let me ask you a few questions. What if somebody does not scan the QR code and fill out the link? Can they still participate?
Yes, there's a active link at the top of the Facebook page, the Mountain House Matters Facebook page. And if you don't find that pinned at the top, you can go to mhmatters.net or mountainhousematters.com, and that link is there as well. So that'll take you to the registration form, and you just complete that to be included in the map and the list.
So the benefits of registering is that you go on the map. And if you don't register, you don't go on the map. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. We've had people before that participate in the garage sale weekend who aren't on the map, and they just either missed it or didn't want to be listed. One of the benefits of being on the list and the map is that you can state what your main items for sale are. And as people are going around town looking for garage sales, they will be able to read who has what, and they can come to your sale because you have what they're looking for. So you'll want to be ready early in the morning. If you click also on that pinned post on the top of the Mountain House Matters Facebook page, there are suggestions. There's a link to a page that has suggestions on how to prepare for your garage sale. So you can go check that out and see what some good policies of preparing and planning to put rather than just throw your stuff out in front of the garage or whatever, you can actually arrange it and be prepared to work with people and know that people are going to expect a deal, and don't try and necessarily make a ton of money on everything, but it depends on how anxious you are to get rid of stuff, I guess. The other part I didn't mention in that piece was that the West Valley Disposal Service is prepared to come pick up whatever pieces you have. Each resident is allowed a spring cleaning opportunity where they'll come pick up all your extra stuff. There are parameters and guidelines, and I believe on the Mountain House Matters website, I've got a link to get to there. If I don't, I'll put one up. Or you can.
Yeah, I have the link here. Let me pull it up for the audience.
Great,
So,
thank you.
Yeah. No worries.
Back in the day when this garage sale weekend first started, it was in coordination with the West Valley Disposal that they didn't allow people to just call when you want to have your pickup. They just planned a day and everybody had to be prepared to deal with it that day. They since changed the rules so that you can actually do it when you want to. So you don't have to do it then, but everybody gets a free pickup once a year. So it's your opportunity to kind of get rid of some stuff. There are restrictions. I don't think you can do any electronics, or you have to plan ahead with them and probably pay for that. I don't think it's a free service to pick up that stuff. And the amount of material you have is limited to some degree.
And Brian, I had a question regarding, should people still put up signs saying they have a garage sale, like, on the main streets? Those cardboard box signs, it says garage sale, turn left, turn right, turn left. Is that something you recommend, or you don't recommend that?
That's a great question. Actually, there are master restrictions about putting up signs that you're not supposed to do. When we do the garage sale, though, typically you're allowed to have your signs up while the sale is going on. When your sale closes, you're asked to please go take all your signs down. We don't want a mess of signs all over town. But it does help to get people to know where you are. And other than your address will be on the list, so they can put it in their map and show up where you are.
And Brian, I had a question for you. As you can see, we have the Mountain House Matters newspaper web version online, and news changes very, very quickly these days. I know you publish it once a month, every 30 days, and we can see Matt Disco's ad is on the very home page right now, which is at the very top. And we have a lot of different ads, different pages.
Yeah,
what if somebody reaches out to you and says, I love this podcast, this videos, this real-time news that you are doing? How could they reach out to you to be on the show, or to have some of their services displayed or sponsored? What do you think about that?
That's a great idea and comment. To be included, either if you want to come on the show, we're going to start doing interviews. So far, we've just been bringing you news updates. We plan to continue doing that. The gist of the reasoning behind doing these live stream broadcasts is because the paper only comes out once a month, right? Invariably, you've probably noticed that there are times when some of the news that you see in the paper is kind of old and stale in my mind, because it's not like freshly just breaking news. We do often get good breaking news, but invariably when the paper comes out, something happens that I wished could have been in the paper. So we thought that this would supplement the paper nicely, so that we can keep you abreast on the latest changes and events happening and such. So that's the reasoning behind that. Beyond that, we want to make this live stream a little more than that and turn it more into a channel where we can do some interviews of people in town and cover some various events. We will expand on that as we go, and a lot of it's trial by error, so we're learning as we go as well. If you have an organization or a community event coming up that you think that the people of town should really know about, and maybe there's not time to get it in the paper, or even if there is time, we could still do a live interview sort of thing, or run a piece for you. We're going to be looking at some sponsorship opportunities to help allow us to continue bringing this to you. And the paper will continue to come out monthly. Mountain House Matters, in case you don't know, is mailed with each issue to everybody in town, every address in town, based on the Every Door direct mail program with the U.S. Postal Service. So you should be getting it in your mailbox. If you're not getting it, I'd appreciate knowing that as well. You can always reach out to me. I'm happy to give you the business line phone number that takes texts or calls at 209-597-8157. Or you can email me, Brian, B-R-Y-A-N, at mhmatters.net.
And Brian, if you look at the screen there, I put the picture or the video of the 2 chairs and the table. Can you let the audience know what that's all about for tonight?
Yes. So, and I sent you, I think, a picture of Stephanie and the Sailfish logo.
Yes, I do have that. Yes.
This is going to be our first setup. This is our studio stage area for the first interview that we'll be doing with Stephanie Olson this evening. She is I guess you call her the president. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. The president of the Mountain House Sailfish Swim Club that was founded last year under the banner of the Mountain House Flag Football nonprofit organization. The Sailfish took off from the start, and I believe they have over 1,200 people engaged in that. I heard Andy Sue say recently that it's the largest club within the Mountain House Flag Football Organization. So, there you go. Stephanie plans to kind of give us some background and some guidelines on what to expect and what they offer. And we look forward to talking with her about that this evening. That will be around 7-ish. We're going to give you a repeat of a lot of this news update, and then we'll do an interview with Stephanie a little after 7 o'clock tonight.
Perfect. I think we covered everything. Let me see if there's anything else missing, if I have any questions. So there's a lot of exciting things coming up this month and next month. And I wanted to kind of just open up the newspaper article here because I had a few questions on the, not sure if you know this, but on the new apartment homes that were just had a grand opening. Do you know if 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and 4-bedroom is available for lease? Because I had a few people inquiring about if it's leasable. Because at that time when the grand opening occurred, Brian, as you recall,
Yeah.
they were showing the 2 bedrooms only, right?
Yes, I believe so. And they have a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, and a 3-bedroom is as big as they get.
3-bedroom is the biggest they get. Okay, so they are leasing.
They are leasing, and I've seen more and more cars parked in there. So I think they're starting to fill it up. If you look on page 6 of the March issue of the paper, you can see it's online as well. If you don't have a copy, you can look on the mountainhousematters.com website, also at mhmatters.net. Page 6 gives you a little more detail on the apartments and how that's working. They've also begun, we're going to cover, not tonight I don't think, but we're going to have a little overview of some of the construction and development going on in town, which includes the second phase of those apartments. If you look, you can see there's infrastructure work going on just to the west of where Aviara at Mountain House is currently. I would say from Tradition Street west on Arnado. And that will be phase 2. I believe there are 184 units or something like that. Not sure that's right. The total number of units available once the 2 phases are done is going to be a little over 500 apartment units. This second phase, however, is not the same straight up apartment look. It's apparently going to be, I haven't seen the artist rendering yet, but it's apparently going to be more of a townhouse look to it. I've heard similar to the Cambridge Place townhouses, but not, it'll be different. It'll be similar but different. And I believe it's all rental units, if I understand that correctly. Beyond that, there's also development going on the other side of the creek, at the creek side, which is technically part of the Altamont Village, high-density housing. For those of you who may not know, Mountain House is set up as a master plan community with all these villages. We have 7 villages currently, and I believe at build out at this point, we're going to have 11 in total. Each village has a balance of high density, medium density, and low density housing. Higher density are the apartment kind of complexes where you have more units within the space, and medium is fewer units with a little more space. The high density ones are the ones like out on Great Valley Parkway that have the really large backyards and tend to be the larger homes generally. So each village is set up to have a balance of those. For Altamont Village, they have some of those cluster homes, row houses, I think they're known as, closest to Estes, between Estes and the Altamont School. But they didn't really have that much high density, so this Creekside development will cover more of that. They're actually duplexes, I believe. I'll verify that, but I think that's, if I remember right. I initially heard they were going to be like the ones by the bridge to nowhere over there, and that's technically Cuesta across the other side of Arturo. So, but they've already pulled like 81 permits or something, and they're building them quickly. So it's happening. So if you've got people you want to move over this way, that might be an opportunity for them. Beyond that, we have the development going north of Byron, which we'll talk more about later. I've got some aerial photos to share and such.
And Brian, we have here on your on the website mountainhousematters.net, mhmatters.net, for people that want to advertise in the newspaper. What is a deadline to advertise?
If you want to get in the April issue, I need to know now because we're getting it ready to go to press this week. So if you can let me know by Thursday, then I might still be able to get you in there. Otherwise, the deadline schedule is on the homepage underneath where you see the graphic image of the front page of the newspaper, and there's a couple of back issues there. Below that is our deadline schedule. Or from the homepage at the top menu, there's a deadline link. So that'll take you to the...
And the paper reaches 30,000 people. Is that including Byron Road as well, or just Mountain House?
Our circulation for the newspaper goes to all of the 95391 zip code, which includes all of Mountain House, and will include the north of Byron area once there's something up there. It includes the surrounding area, that's even the part that's in Alameda County, like the Mountain House Bar and Grill is still, it's technically called in Tracy, but the zip code is 95391. They get it. And then we also include a portion of the 95304 zip code, the carrier route nearest to Lammersville Elementary School, because that area is part of the sphere of influence of our local school district. So we started including that in 2021, I believe. And I've had feedback from people over there that are really happy to know what's going on in Mountain House, and we give some coverage as best we can to that area as well. So, happy to take on more news from over there as it shows up.
And Brian, I had another question. Let's suppose somebody's watching this video and they see your ad, how to submit, an ad for the paper, but they also want to submit a video for this podcast. Would they do the same thing through your website, or do they have to contact you separately, or do they have to send you a video? What do you recommend? I caught you off guard, but
no, that's fine. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think what we're going to do is I'll set up a link on the mhmatters.net website on the homepage where you can actually submit. If I can work that out, I've got to make sure that's going to work. I think I can set it up so that you can upload into our Dropbox that we would have a video. If for now, though, until I have that set up, we'll let you know when that's in place. For now, if you would just call or email or text me, even through Facebook, you can message me, or through the Mountain House Matters Facebook page, you can do a message through there too. And we will, and let us know that you have something, or if you'd like us to cover something, we can do that, or maybe do an interview with you. We could possibly schedule that as well. So as far as article material for the newspaper, we do have a link for you to email in your article content. I have people that will put it on their own Google Drive and then send me a link to that. If you do that, make sure that you give permission so that I can get to it. Otherwise, I will have to get with you to get to it. That works okay too, but it's one extra step. Or just attach it. If it's not too big of a file to attach in an email, that's great. Just attach a Word doc or a PDF file works too. That's almost better in some ways, because then the formatting doesn't get changed in the email process. That applies to any advertising content that you might have too. You can actually place your ad. If you want to do an ad, you can place an ad on the website, but it doesn't allow you to upload your ad copy. So you'll need to email that to me. You can do info@mhmatters.net, or to me directly, Brian, Bryan, @mhmatters.net. And then we can put an ad copy together for you. If you just kind of have an idea what you want to put in an ad, we can put that together for you as well. So that would apply also to banner ads on the website, which right now is a pretty inexpensive way to go. You can have a banner ad pretty cheap and, have a presence on the site. The website doesn't get quite the circulation of the 30,000 people that get the paper, which is close to 9,000. It's 8,600 copies that we mail out roughly. And the website, last I checked, was getting in the neighborhood of 3,000 to 5,000 hits on a regular basis. So it still gets good coverage, just not the same as the newspaper. So the ads are cheaper too. So you can have an ad there. We can run it both. You get discounts if you want to be in the paper and on the site. Also, I've been meaning to send out to all of the nonprofit organizations in town, because this has been a process of developing how to do this. We offer two things. If you have an event coming up, you can send me like a press release, basic information about what, when, where the event is happening, any details that you have, some background on what the event is about, or the group or the club. If it's a nonprofit organization, we also offer to you discounted advertising for nonprofits only. And I can send you the link to that. Or if you just would send me an email or a text to let me know about your group and that you might be interested, I'll compile that into a list that I can then send out to all the nonprofits that I'm aware of and let you know that discount program. We're also now doing, I don't know if you can you get to the paper in there?
Yeah. Which page? I'm on the home page right now.
If you go to page 25,
Okay.
one of those pages, 23. Let me get there. Yes, page 23. We're now doing an events calendar in here where we'll actually include a QR code to your site and that kind of thing, and a link for the PDF version. But for the printed version, it'll say where people can go for more information and when the event is and what the event is. And if you've got a web link, then I can also do a QR code for you and make it easy for people to get there to go, find out more information about what you're doing. We are trying to accommodate nonprofits best we can within the structure of what we're doing and in a way that doesn't break the bank for us. So by having the nonprofit rate, that kind of keeps things going within that realm, and it's considerably cheaper than a regular display ad. So there you go. That's showing it there. We also have the clubs and resources heading on, you'll see on the left side there. We can include the name and website address or Facebook page or whatever you have for your organization for groups in town. So can you scroll that up a little bit so you can see that a little more? You'll find there too just basic information of government and civic resources. You've got the connection for the non-emergency line for the fire department and the police, the sheriff's office. So you can reach that if you're ever needing to find how to call them. That would be one way to do it. And then you can see we've got a list. All the purple lines there are actual links set up on the PDF. So if you click on any of those, it goes to the corresponding page that we have there. So if you've got a group that I don't show listed on there, I think I have on there somewhere to email in to info@mhmatters.net, and we will do our best to get it on there. There's no charge for that. That's a community resource that we have going. Another community resource we have going, if you go back to the home page, you can see we have our People on the Move section. This is really intended for local businesses, nonprofits, different groups that are going on to put out the word. If you have a press release that we might include in our People on the Move section, that's really great. I find that not very many companies are doing press releases or have it readily available. On the right-hand column over there next to the banner ads where it says Community Resources, the green block, right below there is the People on the Move link. We actually offer a form, submit your People on the Move announcements, and that form will take you to a basic Google form that allows you to put in the information about what you are announcing. And there's a link at the bottom of that to upload a photo or an image that should go along with that. Typically, we'll run one image, usually a headshot of whoever the article is about. If it's about a group, we could do a group shot. On occasion, I've run a logo for somebody who didn't want to run a photo, but I'd prefer to run, it's a People on the Move. I'd rather have people in there. So, but it allows you to kind of give the details of what's going on in your organization and information we can share with the community. That's also a free service. And the whole paper is supported by the paid advertising. We have a few subscribers that are outside the area for people that don't get in the mail circulation, but really that's not much. I knew when I started the paper that paid subscriptions was not going to be sufficient for our advertising base to feel like it's a worthwhile endeavor. So we don't depend on that. We have it set up so that you can advertise and get your word out there to everybody in town in a format that's going to get read by the community. Anything else there, Khalid?
Yeah, I like the people on the move. That brought up a very interesting point because we are, as you had mentioned, we're trying to get local news, people out, within the community, wanting to share openings, grand openings, stores, like what Matt Disco did last few days ago, just events happening around town. How can they participate? We do have a link we send to them. It's almost like a FaceTime where they can be on the scene and they can kind of give us updates. What's your thoughts on how they should participate and how they can participate in that endeavor?
Well, there's a couple of ways we could do it. We can probably discuss that more. We could put that link out publicly for people to be able to hook up with us. But I think probably the best way would be for people to let us know if they have an event coming up that they would like to be able to hook up with us and send us some live coverage. Or maybe if we have the resources to have somebody go do that, we can do the feed ourselves.
Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Great answer. Yeah.
Well, and that clip we just showed from the Holy Fest the other day that Matt Disco was on the scene. So we tried doing a live remote with Matt. We had some issues with the sound not coming through strong enough. We think that we've rectified that. That was kind of a lot of what the technical issues we were working on yesterday had to do with. So doing a live feed like that one should be easier as we move forward.
Yeah, we figured that out, so we got it resolved. And then also wanted to mention for those watching online on Facebook or YouTube, if you can let us know if you like the show, if you can give it a thumbs up. I think it's a heart on Facebook. You can give it different gestures, just so we know that you guys are enjoying the show, so we can make more of it, make it more frequently, give you more updates. So hit that like button. Is that how they say it, Brian? Hit
That's
that like
how they
button.
say it. And on
Okay.
YouTube, you can like and subscribe.
Yeah,
If you subscribe, then you'll get notifications of when we're planning to go live. Also, I did yesterday a little precursor announcement to let people know we were going to be doing the show at 7 last night, and then it turned out we didn't pull that off. So I updated it so you knew it wasn't happening. But as we go forward, we plan to be able to give you promos ahead of time so that you can kind of plan, and they're recorded so you can watch them at your leisure if you can't make it live. We like it when people can be live though, because then you can make comments and we'll try to address your comments or questions. I think that's probably about all we have. I think we went longer than we were planning to go on this one, but that's okay.
Wait, we just got a nice comment. I just want to read that to you. It's very, let me actually put that on the screen. Check this out, Brian. This is very kind of this person. I'm watching this as a new resident to Mountain House from Sydney, Australia. This is really helpful. Keep up the good work. Wow.
That's amazing. Thank you.
From Sydney, Australia. If you don't mind, can you let us know what brought you all the way to Mountain House from Sydney, Australia? Just type away. We'll put it on the screen here.
Or are you visiting Sydney, or what's the deal there? You're new resident to Mountain House. Welcome to Mountain House. I'd like to see Sydney, Australia someday too.
Yeah, that's a nice thing about Mountain House. He said, let me share his comment. My wife. So his wife brought him here. Great. Yeah, one thing about Mountain House that a lot of people comment upon is just diversity here. People from different backgrounds, just amazing. Everybody, it's like a melting pot, like you mentioned, Brian.
That it is. I really see Mountain House as the proverbial American melting pot situation we have in this town. We have people from every background and culture, and I really find that there comes with that a little bit of a responsibility for us to make sure that we find ways to get along with one another and to demonstrate really to the rest of California, the rest of the states, and arguably Sydney, Australia, the rest of the world, that this can work. And this experiment in democracy that is now in its, close to 250 years old, it still can work. But it takes taking a conscious effort to, give to other people and accept other ways of life and recognize that however people live their lives, we can all live in harmony. If I can be so hippie.
And with that being said, we can end with this one comment here. Mountain House is a great, clean, and friendly community. Just needs a gym. But other than that, full props to everyone who has made this a friendly and welcoming place. By the way, there is a gym here.
We actually do have a gym.
Yeah.
It's
Now there's two. Aviara has one now too.
oh,
Is it how you say it? Aviara?
Aviara has, well, yeah, but for the people that live
Yeah,
there.
live there. Yeah. Yeah.
Aviara has a swimming pool as well.
Yeah.
But it's not really open to the community. I think that's only if you live there.
Yeah.
But they do have a gym. They have a spa room, I believe. They even have a pet station. Maybe we'll run that. I ran a clip on that. You might be able to find our YouTube channel. Maybe we'll run that in a future episode just to show you.
Yeah.
There are plans in the works, and it may take a while yet. One of the things you learn about living in Mountain House is that sometimes plans that you get excited about might take a while to show up. Kind of like our grocery store, which hopefully people are supporting the grocery store, because if we don't support the grocery store we all cried for years, then, how's it going to succeed if we don't show up and support it? And the next, not the next, but in the future plans included is a community center that will be built just east of the town hall along the extension that does not yet exist on Main Street that heads towards Mountain House Parkway. But it will have swimming pools, an indoor facility, and it should just be a really great space. You can urge your council members to make that happen sooner. Not to put any pressure on them. In the short term, later this year, my understanding is that there are plans to build more tennis courts in the town center area, just across the street of Providence from Town Hall. You know where the tennis courts are in Central Park now. They're planning 6 more courts to go in there. And there's plans for a permanent dog park at the end of that street at Giotto and Providence. And I'm told that's actually supposed to happen this year. They're also talking about an amphitheater to go just at the edge of the western edge of the library parking lot. There's a big pie-shaped area of land. That the plans for that are a 2,500, I'll say seat. It's not seats. Some of it's grass area, but it'll handle an occupancy of 2,500 people, and with a full stage. And so the final plans are still being mapped out for that, but that's in the works as well.
And he thanks us for the great work. He's from College Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting. Yeah.
Indeed. Appreciate that.
I think we covered everything, Brian. That was very to cover today.
That
and,
was way more than I thought we were going to do.
Yeah.
But that's all right. That's
Yeah.
good. And we will plan to be back with you this evening around 7 o'clock. And we'll let you know when we're getting ready to go live. And by way of the Facebook page, probably we'll tell you there that it's about to happen. So if you haven't liked the Mountain House Matters Facebook page, please do. That'd be a good thing. We have close to 4,000 followers there. So, there's room for growth there too. And I think that's about all we have. Huh?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's end it. And then we'll see. We'll come back on again in 3 hours, right? 3.5 hours.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. We'll do our first interview, and just for the audience that just showed up now, I'm going to show them the setup here. There is a setup for tonight's interview. happening around 7 p.m. So join us again at that time. And once again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.
We look forward to coming back with you. Thanks, Khalid.
Yeah, of course.